The declamation after the three bears. I cannot endure the sad history of my race. I cannot bear the times that fattens the little blossom, and the madness prevails upon the defiant cave, and to the hurt the still disintegration. I cannot bear the recitals of their bed. The blind mania kicks them in and out of the dreamless conjugation in the dark, or the great battle for those genii. They work their days with torchless force, fear of committal, tearless place, and the sour of humor that would wait, a fantasy or grip and wisen it. Nor can I see the butcher saddle daily into the glum absorption of the dark, tearing his own clothes up in preparation for the looming element that's striking up into the dim immense and smoother of inert. I cannot bear the stealthy creep of the destruction of the weak and maimed, and the malignant dispersal of the charmed.
I will persist until I succeed. I was not delivered unto this world in defeat, nor does failure course in my veins. I will hear not those who weep and complain, for their disease is contagious. The slaughterhouse of failure is not my destiny. The prizes of life are at the end of each journey, not near the beginning, and it is not given to me to know how many steps are necessary in order to reach my goal. Failure I may still encounter at the 1,000th step, yet success hides behind the next bend in the road. I will consider defeat, and I will remove my vocabulary such words and phrases as quit, unable, impossible, out of the question, improbable, failure, unworkable, hopeless, and weakly. I will remember the ancient law of average, and I will bend it to my good aid. Each frown I meet only prepares me for the smile to come. Each misfortune I encounter, I will carry it, the seed of tomorrow's good luck. I must have the night to appreciate the day. I must fail often to succeed only once. I will persist until I succeed. Nor will I allow yesterday's success to lull me into today's complacency, for this is the greatest foundation of failure. I will forget the happenings of the day that is gone, whether they were good or bad, and greet the new sun with confidence that this will be the best day of my life. So as long as there is breath in me, that long will I persist. For know one of the principles of success, if I persist long enough, I will win. I will persist, I will win.
Good day, my fellow Filipino people. Let me begin by extending my hand in gratitude to all who kept faith with me in our most trying times. Numbers speak 1,000 words and tell 100 tales. It has been 3 years since I took my oath of office, and it pains me to say that we have not learned our lesson. The illegal drug problem persists. Corruption continues and emasculates. The courage we need to sustain our moral recovery initiatives. I am aware that we still have a long way to go in our fight against this social menace. Let the reason why I advocate the imposition of death penalty for crimes related to illegal drugs. Our citizens have begun to do their part in the war against drugs, and through the barangay formation of anti-drug councils, and also actually surrendering bricks of cocaine found floating in the sea into our islands. I call this responsibility. However, the drugs will not be crushed unless we continue to eliminate corruption that allows this social monster to survive. Our goal for the next 3 years is a clear, a comfortable life for everybody, all Filipinos. I dream of glowing days ahead for every Filipino. I dream of Philippines better than one I grew up with. This is my pledge and commitment for these 3 years. If I cannot, I'm sorry, but I shall continue to comply my constitutional duty to serve and protect the Filipino until the last day of my term. Thank you.
You have been the veterans of creative suffering. Continue to work with the faith that unearned suffering is redemptive. Go back to Mississippi. Go back to Alabama. Go back to South Carolina. Go back to Georgia. Go back to Louisiana. Go back to the slums and ghettos of our northern cities, knowing that somehow this situation can and will be changed. Let us not wallow in the valley of despair.
A town mouse and a country mouse. A town mouse and a country mouse were friends. The country mouse one day invited his friend to come and see him at his home in the fields. The town mouse came and they sat down to a dinner of barleycorns and roots, the latter of which had a distinctly earthy flavor. The flavor was not much to the taste of the guest, and presently he broke out with, "My poor dear friend, you live here no better than the ants. Now, you should just see how I fare. My larder is a regular horn of plenty. You must come and stay with me, and I promise you shall live on the fat of the land." So when he returned to the town, he took the country mouse with him, and showed him into a larder containing flour and oatmeal and figs and honey and dates. The country mouse had never seen anything like it, and sat down to enjoy the luxuries his friend provided. But before they had well begun, the door of the larder opened and someone came in. The two mice scampered off and hid themselves in a narrow and exceedingly uncomfortable hole. Presently, when all was quiet, they ventured out again. But someone else came in, and off they scuttled again. This was too much for the visitor. "Goodbye," said he. "I'm off. You live in the lap of luxury, I can see, but you are surrounded by dangers, whereas at home I can enjoy my simple dinner of fruits and corn in peace."
The Peacock and the Crane. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful peacock in the woods. The peacock was very proud of its beautiful feathers and made fun of other birds. One day, the peacock met the crane with a sneer. "What a colorless bird you are! The feather looks gray and dusty. Look at my gorgeous feathers robed in the glory of the rainbow. I look so majestic. Yes, you are beautiful, but I don't envy you at all," said the crane. "What? Don't lie," said the peacock surprisedly. "I can fly up in the sky with my wings. I can go wherever I want, and all you can do is trot about the ground. Fine feathers alone don't make fine birds," said the crane and fly. The peacock was ashamed and kept quiet.
Reminisced by Octor. It's Friday. Last day, flying papers, floating vapors. Calculus, numbers, no chair available. You're irreplaceable. Every night, moments delight, bright light, daylight. You're brave but kind. Have a spirited mind. Months I reminisced, I will miss this. Shoulder pillow, stoplight is yellow. Months I reminisced, I will miss this. A poem for me, keep in treasury. Every time you are missed, I will read this. A poem for you, keep in blue. Every time I miss, you will read this.
Distance by Octor. Like the sun and the moon, like the midnight and afternoon, like the distance of a star. As you can see, we're so close yet we're so far. I am here, you are there. I promise I'll wait for you, my dear, because my love, you are my pill, and without you is a kill. All I can do is gaze in the light of stars' grace, silently wishing for us two, for you to be here, cause I'll miss you. Till the day we see again, it will relieve and ease pain. Then our love, it will be sweeter, and I know it is forever.
And the hurting. When you're hurting, you look for weakness. You take that hurt and pass it on to me. You're hurting, so you hurt. You're damaged, so you damage. You're feeling pain, so you cause pain in me. It has to stop. I will protect myself from the pain. I know the damage must be undone. I will end the hurting so I never hurt. I must do it for me.